Okay, good morning guys. So this morning I'm going to just cook up breakfast and talk to you guys because you know what? That is apparently something cool and something interesting, and it's definitely something different to what we usually do. So this morning I'm making toast. I've got avocado and I've got some eggs that I'm going to cook up. And I'm not weighing anything because it's off season, and I am just like enjoying this time where, you know, I go into the gym, I work out, you know, stay relatively fit, but also nothing is too regimented. You know, I'm actually enjoying a bit of an off season where I can like mentally and physically take a bit of a breather, if you will, versus, you know, last year where I was training for the Invitational and doing bobsled and everything like that. So I think when it comes to like processed food, it's not as common in Australia as it is over here in America. Like there's so much more things accessible here than there are in Australia. Also, this is probably like the second time I'm using this stove. Kind of had to practice yesterday. Not really, but we've just moved into our new home, and so yeah, just getting used to it. And a wise guy once told me that you don't put your eggshells back, your empty eggshells back into your egg carton, because it creates or provides what? Salmonella. So that's a no-no. If you do that, don't do it. Shane has bad habits of doing it, and we've had to shut that down. We don't really have a whole lot of stuff, and it's probably echoing because literally we only have Yeti chairs to sit on. So it's pretty bare and pretty empty, and you know, with the world right now where it is, it's probably going to be a few more months until we actually get some stuff. Shane wanted a coffee machine, so we have a coffee machine. So while I've got my eggs cooking on the stove, now we don't have a toaster, so what I've been doing is we've been using this air fryer to heat up our bread. I'm still on the visa. No, not a US citizen.
So what made you buy a house?
Well, I don't know. Shane and I tend to do things backwards, so like, you know, it's like, oh, okay, so say you want to buy a motorbike. Awesome. All right, we'd probably go buy the motorbike and then go get the license and everything. It's like, it's because apparently it's healthier. So, you know, maybe I'm like making up for it with all this butter that I'm putting on it.
And avocado.
And avocado, yeah. Hey, good fats, and it's greens. All right, guys, I can't wait to hear your comments about how I just added or used a whole avocado. But I've just been craving avocado right now. Definitely very high in fats. Don't recommend this being a regular dish, but I just feel like this today. And you know, it's still pretty healthy. We're gonna be going into the gym later on, so I hope you enjoy seeing what I do today or this afternoon. But here's my breakfast, and to top it off with a bit of salt. I don't add pepper. Sometimes I don't mind adding pepper on avocado, but if I'm having like eggs and stuff, I just am a bit of a salt person, so we just keep it at that. It's pretty simple. So I come to the gym to train with the boys, and no one wants to train with me. So Shane and Matt are gonna do a partner workout, and I asked to join, and Shane said no. They're missing out. Alrighty, so guys, I've just decided I'm gonna do double Fran. We're gonna go 21, 15, 9, 9, 15, 21. I think my fastest is like, I think it's like just over 2 minutes actually, but that was like 5 years ago. So like, if I was to do that in my peak fitness level today, I reckon I could get sub 2. When did you last do Fran?
Last year.
Last year? Yeah, you can get sub 2 for sure. What it is.
You get in an Uber and someone asks you, what do? What do you tell them?
Oh, I get so nervous. I don't even know how to say it. Like, the last thing I want to say is, oh, I'm a professional athlete. But, because like then that just brings on more questions. But sometimes I just say, oh, I'm a personal trainer.
So you just lie?
I just lie.
Is it because you don't want to tell them or you don't want to like talk to them?
Sometimes it's just I just don't want to tell them. It's not that I don't want to talk to the person. It's just that, like, if I say, oh, you know, have you ever heard of CrossFit before? And then we go into like this thing and like I have to explain what CrossFit is, or you know, like when I have to actually like tell them like, yeah, well, I do CrossFit, and then I feel like I'm bragging, and then I'm like, yeah, I've won CrossFit like 6 times, and then like it's just awkward conversations. So like I just try and avoid it, keep it like super simple, and you know, they don't really continue conversation after, oh, you're a personal trainer.
On your come up, was your relationship always number one, or did you guys have to take a back seat to that for training and like zone into it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting question. You know, like, because when I think about the journey that we've embarked on, we've been really fortunate to live a life that both of us are at the gym, both of us are doing things every single day together. So when, you know, you're asked like, what are your priorities, what are the things that you focus on throughout the season and everything, truthfully my number one priority is my training. But in order to be able to get the best out of me, I have like a really nice balance in life where I'm actually like, you know, I'm prioritizing my relationship as well. So I would put them on the same level of both like taking like the top priority. Everything that I do and everything I've done over the last few years has always brought me back to like, is this going to make me a world champion? Is this going to help me become, you know, the 6-time fittest woman on earth? Like, but then like when I'm at home, I still ask those questions, but like I'm enjoying my relationship with Shane, and it's really interesting because I guess I never really put a lot of thought into it of like, oh, I, you know, prioritize my training or pursuing, you know, being a world champion above my relationship, because like we're always together, we're always doing everything. I always knew when I very first embarked on this journey that like my goal and a motivation for me was like, I need to try and make heaps of money through sponsorships and stuff so that Shane could leave his job. And so by me doing this was contributing to allowing Shane to have a better life, or, you know, being able to provide a platform for Shane to follow a passion of his versus actually going to work every single day and doing that. And you know, you think through these types of things and think, oh, you know, like, are you sacrificing, you know, your relationship in order to be on top of the podium and stuff? I feel like we've both been very aware of the sacrifices that we've needed to make, that we've been willing to. We don't look at them as sacrifices, we look at them as just, you know, necessary things that we need to do in order to actually apply ourselves for this. So I kind of didn't really answer the question, but essentially they're both my number one priority, but there are definitely times where my training is number one priority, and I would say that, you know, Shane feels the same way. However, he's also supporting me. It's not him who's standing up on top of the podium, but like if I am standing up on top of the podium, he also is too, because he's been such a large part of the process. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be standing up on that podium. Get Saxon. I'm gonna be sore in the arms too. Yeah. Shit.
Just off the pull-ups.
I'm just gonna pecs, my glutes, forearms. Oh, let's just get this done.
Harder than expected?
That was really, when you know what you're capable of, but your body is just not at that fitness level. Oh, went out way too hot. Alright, so that was a bit of a shock to the system. Definitely was a bit harder than what I was expecting. Definitely made me realize how unfit I really am. But guys, you're gonna have to guess my time. I think it should be very easy considering, you know, the cadence of my reps. And also, just to give you guys a clue, Saxon could run a mile in the time that I did first. Fran? The whole thing. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, duh. So Saxon could run a mile in the time that I did the workout. So go with that. Let us know what you think, and then when I'm fit again, I'm gonna redo it and I'm gonna smash that time.